Today's question we will answer is, why don't Christians believe in luck? What does it actually look like to be guided by God? A famous philosopher named Aristotle believed that luck is a powerful force. Sayings such as good luck, fingers crossed, or break a leg are deeply tied to the concept of luck. Often we do not realize that the idea of luck misleads us by using those phrases in our daily lives. But why do we Christians reject the idea of luck? What does the Bible teach us? In Genesis, a boy named Joseph was thrown into a pit by his brothers. Joseph was a shepherd and the son of Jacob and Rachel. Jacob favored Joseph and gave him a special robe, which made his brothers jealous. After sharing his dreams with his brothers, they became even more jealous. When they heard how he dreamt of their bundles of grain bowing down to him and how the sun, the moon, and the stars were bowing down to him as well, they became angry and sold him to traders. Joseph became a slave in Egypt, and his brothers lied to their father, saying he had been killed. He even went to prison, but he never lost his faith in God. When the Pharaoh had terrifying dreams that no one could explain, Joseph was called forward to interpret them. A 7-year-long famine struck Egypt and the land where Joseph's family lived. Joseph was granted royal authority over Egypt next to the Pharaoh because of his divine ability to interpret dreams. When his brothers came to buy food in Egypt, they did not recognize Joseph. Joseph tested his brothers to see if they had changed, and once he saw that their hearts had changed, he revealed himself. Furthermore, he forgave his brothers. Joseph said, "But as for you, you meant evil against me, but God meant it for good, in order to bring it about as it is this day, to save many people alive." And this is exactly where we can see that it was not luck that Joseph became the vizier of the entire nation. God had a purpose for Joseph, and all events were intentional. He sent prophetic dreams to Joseph that mapped out exactly what would happen, even decades in advance. If Joseph hadn't endured slavery and been imprisoned for 13 years, he never would have been there to interpret the Pharaoh's famine dream. If Joseph hadn't been promoted to vizier, Egypt and Canaan would have starved to death. Whenever Joseph was asked to interpret dreams, he gave all credit to God. He said, "It is not in me. God will give Pharaoh an answer of peace." Joseph's journey shows that we can live life open to God's guidance. By intentionally rejecting bitterness when things don't go as expected, every negative event can become a stepping stone, just like Joseph's imprisonment. Furthermore, giving credit to God for our success enables us to receive divine guidance while actively trusting His timing, even when a promise takes decades to unfold. Comment below any questions we should discuss in our next clip. Thank you for watching. Stay blessed.